Hello everyone and welcome to my Big Bold 2.0 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brazen and gorgeous bombshell, the magnificent Hope disclosure that would completely upend the program. We probably don't even need to state it explicitly at this point. It doesn't take a Rhodes Scholar to figure out where we're headed, thanks to Bold and Beautiful's tendency to have all people involved to a storyline making similar observations at the same time. Everyone in Hope's inner or outer circle, from Taylor to Liam, has commented on her actions in some way. In particular, the fact that she has been acting out in unexpected ways. A point is undoubtedly being made, from Steffy berating Hope for turning into her mother to Taylor psychoanalyzing her abrupt shift to Brooke-like behavior to Brooke gasping in terror at her daughter and saying, "This isn't like you." However, raise an alert because a soap opera brain tumor is most likely to blame when another character says, "Hope hasn't been herself for a while now," in this case Liam to Steffy at the Cliff House. Let's go back to Hope's very first move that raised eyebrows. Beginning to have fantasies about Thomas, the guy who had given her the creeps the last time for some pretty damn solid reasons. As you may remember, this was the moment she started experiencing strongly sexualized thoughts about her ex-boyfriend and even started to believe Liam was Thomas during their intimate moments. She and Liam parted ways after her impetuous deed of kissing Thomas in Rome. Everyone was expecting Hope to zig back into Liam's arms after pleading for his pardon, but she surprisingly chose to zag, divorcing her family to embark on a sexual adventure of sorts with Steffy's rugged big brother. But Hope was unable to focus when it came to giving her all to Thomas. We were abruptly thrust into a scene in which Steffy was accusing Hope of turning into Brooke's twin and using her brother as a sex toy. Like everyone else, we were unsure about how to interpret this. At Steffy's urging, a broken-hearted Thomas left Hope in a state of shock and escaped across the water. Hope was obviously upset after Thomas abruptly left with Douglas, but more than that, her behavior subtly became more erratic and insane. Before we knew it, her fashion line, her lifeblood, was failing, she was experiencing migraine headaches, and her stress levels were skyrocketing. Hope started having fantasies about her opponent Finn's marriage throughout her fights with Steffy. Finn had grown to be a good friend with magic hands during Hope's anguish. Another impetuous act, kissing Finn in the middle of the Forrester living room while Danny Romalotti of Young and Restless was performing Rock On and her Aunt Donna was swooning only feet away, was the cherry on top of the insane cake. It was an incredible cliffhanger and a moment we won't soon forget. Thus, we must ask, how is this not going to completely upend the show if Hope's entire behavior, going all the way back to when she first started having fantasies about Thomas, is going to be explained away by a brain tumor that we are positive only Finn will be able to remove through a dangerous experimental surgery? Would it be necessary to go back to a time when Hope didn't think Thomas was hot? Although he's been out of sight, he's never been forgotten. Fans of Thope are still itching for a reunion, despite the designer being gone for months and engaged to someone else. Since Quarter and They're Gone Too was a thing, that combo was unquestionably one of the sexiest things to see on Bold and Beautiful. Why can't we have pleasant things? Furthermore, we would suddenly be removed from a front-burner story. With the possible exception of Bill and Katie's repeated attempts to reconcile, everyone is talking about the Steffy Finn Hope triangle non-stop, quite literally. The only option left to us will be another Brooke Ridge Taylor cycle if Hope returns to normal and is appalled by the thought of ending Steffy's marriage. The suffering! Ultimately, Hope will likely desire to reunite her family if her tiny brain tumor is successfully treated. But are we really hoping that she will return to the flimsy shoe that she ultimately turned down? Her declaration that she deserved to be loved by herself and only her was so energizing. Brain tumor team. Of course, Hope could be surprised to learn that Liam isn't available if she does decide to refocus her attention on her ex-hubster. When Cousin Ivy last visited Los Angeles, she was very open about her desire to, well, jump Liam's bones. She is scheduled to return to Los Angeles. We can see it now, Steffy having to give Finn permission to enter Hope's hospital room in order to save her life, Brooke weeping and blatting over her daughter's brain tumor, Thomas returning and being rejected at her bedside, everything internal and external, upside down. We're guessing it's a brain tumor or a mental breakdown, in which case Hope might become the first person to shrink on the couch in Taylor's just reopened practice. That would make for an intriguing dynamic. A conflict of interest, perhaps? Daddy-daughter confessions, hidden secrets, and moral dilemma spoilers for Wednesday, September 18, 2024's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, hint that Brooke will be getting some alone time with Finn. How on earth could she tell him anything? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, odd bedfellows? Tanner Novlan's character Brooke Logan and Catherine Kelly Lang's character John Finn Finnegan are two individuals who have not had much alone time. Other from the fact that Brooke is occasionally Finn's wife's stepmother, they don't really have anything in common. Not to mention that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, Brooke's daughter, believes it's okay to grab Finn and give him a kiss. Does Brooke tell Finn that Hope can't stop thinking about him when she finds herself confiding in him? Is she concerned about Hope's psychological well-being? Hope hasn't been entirely coherent since Thomas's departure. Brooke confides all her complex sentiments regarding Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, to Finn because, maybe, she just wants someone to vent to about her own life too. Taylor's return has undoubtedly knocked Brooke off balance. B&B recap: Taylor Hayes returns to the scene. Even though Taylor has been back in Los Angeles for a few weeks, she hasn't seen everyone. At last, Taylor makes the decision to visit Eric Forrester's, John McCook, home and announce her presence. Perhaps because he didn't marry her more than once and doesn't have two children together, Taylor has never been Eric's favorite daughter-in-law. Eric has always felt that Brooke is the intended path for Torsten Kay's character, Ridge Forrester. Nevertheless, he greets Taylor with open arms while Jennifer Garisa's Donna Logan puts on a pleasant expression and hopes Taylor won't ruin her sister's life once more. How is this visit going to proceed? Taylor may be hiding anything from him, so she chooses to tell Eric about it as he can act as a third party. Given that Brooke and Taylor don't have any other acquaintances and need to talk to these two men they aren't associated with, perhaps this is a hint that they should get back together. Soon, Brooke may need to be Taylor's support system more than ever. There are moments when you need your best friends more than guys. Watch The Bold and the Beautiful weekday new episodes to see how these plots conclude.